Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a first impressions on the L'Oreal Lumi Magique Light Infusing Foundation Flawless Skin as if lit from within. So I'm in the shade D/W3 Gold Linen. So I thought first we'll look at what L'Oreal has to say about this product, and I have the page on my phone. And it says the first liquid light foundation that offers a perfectly natural complexion infused by light for a healthy looking glow like never before. With SPF 18, that's quite a weird number. With SPF 18 and 12-hour magic hold, Lumi Magique is suitable for all skin types. So I've been liking a bit more of a glow in my foundation nowadays. Not the greasy kind of glow, but a little bit more natural looking, not such a flat matte, if you get what I mean. Yeah, so I think that's all. So let's just get into it. I'm gonna prime half of my face. I'm gonna be using the Max Factor Facefinity Primer. We're gonna see if this helps the foundation last longer or make it look any better in any way. So I'm gonna be priming the right side of my face. Just got about this much, and I'm just going to once we're done with that, I'm going to put on the foundation. Again, I'm going to be doing half my face with a beauty blender and the other half with a kabuki brush. So we're going to see which one performs better, and yeah. I'm just going to pump out maybe about 2 pumps. I'm first going to use the beauty blender on this side of the face. I'm just going to dot it on first before I blend it. I'm just going to stick with that and just start blending first. Okay, so that layer has just kind of evened out my skin tone, but in terms of coverage, I don't think I've gotten a lot out of it, and I feel like it's a little bit patchy, but we're just gonna add a little bit more and see how we go. Okay, so that's how it looks with quite a thick first layer on. I think it looks pretty good actually. It's just evened out my skin. I still can see a little bit of scarring, but no big deal. Yeah, and I think it looks good with the beauty blender actually. It blends out quite nicely. And even though it's like a luminous kind of foundation, even with the beauty blender, it doesn't look too oily or greasy. It's a nice kind of satin finish. So, okay, let's move on to the other side. Just gonna dot it on again. And for this side, I'm gonna be using a brush. I'm gonna be using the Zoeva 103 Defined Buffer. Okay, so that's how it looks now with, so this side was done with the beauty blender and this side was done with a brush. I think I do prefer the side with the beauty blender just a little bit more. It just looks a little bit blended better than the side with the brush. But in terms of coverage wise, I think you get roughly about the same. With a brush, definitely you get more coverage. I mean, that's the purpose of a brush, and with a beauty blender you always shear out the coverage because of the water in it. But I think I like the side of the beauty blender better. What do you think? So I'm still going to be adding a little bit of concealer just under the eyes. I'm just going to blend it in with my beauty blender. By the way, I used the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in shade 10 Light. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a mirror, a compact mirror. This is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. I'm just gonna get a mirror and see what it looks like up close. So it hasn't settled on the sides of my nose where usually foundations do, like it doesn't really blend out nicely. But with this foundation, it's settled in quite nicely. It's not accentuating any pores. It doesn't really necessarily look a little better on the right side of my face where I primed. They kind of look the same. Yeah, so I don't think it accentuates pores or anything like that. It blends in nicely around the sides of the mouth as well. So, yeah. I think it looks pretty good for now. I'm just gonna powder my face. I do it usually anyway. I rarely wear foundations without powder. So this is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm just gonna put that mostly in my T-zone. Okay, so once you put on a powder, it nicely mattifies the skin, but I feel like it's not a flat matte because I still get a little bit of sheen on the cheekbones from the foundation. Don't know if you can tell. So yeah, I quite like that actually, that even after I powder, I still get to see a little bit of the sheen from the foundation. So looking up close, again, it's not accentuating any dry patches, which is good. So far it's all blended in nicely and yeah, looks good. So I'm going to go finish my makeup now, and then I'll come back and let you know how everything blended, and then after that I'll probably do a few check-ins with you, and then I'll come back at the end of the day to just update you on how the foundation is doing. So yeah. Hi guys, so I'm back from doing my makeup. I just did a quick liner and a bit of eyeshadow. The rest of the face makeup blended quite nicely. It did transfer a little bit here and there, but it's no big deal. I think once you set it with your powder, it should be good to go. And yeah, everything blended nicely. It's sitting nicely on the skin as well. It's not like bunching up or like sticking to any dry areas after I powder. Yeah, so that's all I have to say. It's currently 9:07 and I'm gonna come back later to show you what it looks like. Hi guys, so I'm back for my first check-in. It's currently 2:13 in the afternoon. I just had my lunch. And yeah, so far the foundation is looking not too bad. I wouldn't say I'm completely oily or greasy even. I'm just a little bit shiny here and there, but it's nothing I can't take. I mean, I kind of like the glow from the slight oiliness around the cheeks and around the forehead, I think you can see. But the good thing is it hasn't kind of faded anywhere or hasn't bunched up and kind of patched off or anything. Even in the sides of the nose, the foundation hasn't kind of patched off or just disappeared for no reason. A lot of foundations actually do that on me, just around the sides of the nose, because that's kind of where I get the most oily. It hasn't settled into the small lines either. I don't see a difference between the prime side and the non-prime side. I think they look equally, well, healthy looking and glowy. One side is not slightly matter than the other. Pores wise, that's not much difference either, so I think this foundation works well with or without a primer, so it is all up to you. So yeah, so far so good. I'll come back later for my last check-in. Hi guys, so I'm back for my third and last check-in. It's currently about 6:17, and so that makes that about a good 9 hours of wear. I'm so ready to take off my makeup now, so let's just see how the foundation is doing. I haven't powdered or blotted or touched up or anything, so this is actually what it looks like after 9 hours. I think I'm looking quite shiny everywhere, really. Not just the T-zone, around the cheeks as well. So I would say it gave me about a good 6 to 7 hours of wear. After that, I just looked like a grease ball, basically. I mean, I could probably still go out in this and still be fine, but I think I'm a little bit uncomfortable with the level of shine on my face right now. So I'm gonna try and powder and see what happens, whether it gets cakey, or whether, you know, the foundation still looks fine. Like, say if I wanted to go out for a night, then would it still be fine? So I'm just going to take a little bit of my L'Oreal Mercier powder on just a little bit on the brush, and I'm just going to powder my T-zone. And we're going to see how that looks like. Okay, so I think after powdering I look a lot better. It's a lot more matte. And I think I could go out again, you know, just for the rest of the night if, you know, you've got a dinner party or something. But yeah, I think it looks good after you powder it. It doesn't cake up. Even around the nose, it's not caking up, which really surprises me, because a lot of foundation actually does that on me. So yeah, I really like this foundation. If I'm just going to school for maybe a few hours, I think I will wear this again. I like how it makes my skin look. It's very dewy, but not oily in that sense. Yeah, and a little bit of powdering, a little bit of blotting, and you'll be good to go. So I do have oily skin, so I would say that it is really for all skin types. I think on dry skin, it'll be good because it's not gonna cling to your dry patches. For oily skin, you don't really get too oily unless you really have severe oiliness. I do have kind of combo skin, so it's not really too oily, but I do get oily throughout the day. So yeah, so that's all for my review on the foundation. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did and you found it helpful or interesting or something and you would like to see more of it, please let me know in the comments down below. Give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!